In this video, I'm having a look at how to work out measures of centre. So I've got a group of data here and I want to look at the mean, the median and the mode. So our mean is when we're going to add up all the data and divide by how many there are. Our median is we want them in order and we're going to count into the middle. Our mode is the one that occurs the most. So my first step whenever I get a string of numbers like this is to put them in order from smallest to biggest. So I'm looking along the line and my smallest number is a 1. So I'm going to write my 1. And I'm going to get a highlighter and just highlight them as I use them. Then I've got a 2. Then I have a 4. And then my next one will be the 5. Then I've got my 8. Then the next one up is 10. Then I have an 11. Then I have 2 15s. And I have a 19. So I've now got them in order. I can then count into the middle. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces of data. So I'm counting into the middle. And I get 2 numbers. Because I have an even set of numbers, that means when I count into the middle, I'm going to get 2. I want to then find the middle of those 2 numbers. So between 8 and 10, the middle number is equal to 9. If you weren't sure, you could add 8 and 10 together and then divide by 2. So I've got my median. My next step, I'm going to find my mean. Now that's where I need to add them all up and divide by how many there are. So I know that I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 scores there. So I know I'm going to divide by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Always do a double check. So then I'm going to add those numbers up and I'm going to divide my answer by 10 because there are 10 scores. So I've got 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 8 plus 10 plus 11 plus 15 plus 15 plus 19 is 90. And when I do 90 divided by 10, I get 9 as my mean. Then I want to look at my mode. Now my mode is the one that occurs the most. So when I'm looking at my string of numbers, I'm looking if any occur more than once and then whichever one occurs the most. So in this case, we only have one number that occurs more than once, which is 15. So our mode is equal to 15. Then whenever we do look at a set of data, we may also want to look at if there's any outliers. So is there a number that stands out as being a lot higher or a lot lower than the rest? In this case, not particularly. That 19 is a little bit higher than the others, but not hugely. When you get onto higher grades, you'll look at how to classify it, if it's an outlier or not, using a rule. At this point, we're only looking at the numbers and seeing if any stand out as being significantly higher or lower. Now I'm going to have a look at another set of data and finding the mean, median, mode for them as well. So I've got another set of data here. My first step is always to put them in order from smallest to biggest. So I'm looking along my line. My smallest number is 9. And I'll highlight that now that I've done that one. Then looking along the line, and the next smallest is 11, and I have 3 of them. So I'm going to write them down. Then I have a 12. Then I've got a 13. Then I've got a 14 and a 15 and then a 22. So right from the go, I can see I've got 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then I jump up to 22. So I might say 22 appears to be an outlier. Now the reason this is important is because outliers will affect our mean. They don't affect our median or our mode. So they definitely don't affect the mode, and they only like a small amount of effect on the median. So that's the mean is affected by the outlier. So when we look at our median, we're counting into the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 numbers, which is an odd number, which means when I count in, I'm only going to get 1 number as my median. So 12 is my median here. Now my mode when I put them down, I had the 3 11s. So 11 is equal to the mode. And then I'm going to work out my mean. So I'm going to add them all up. And I get 107. And I had 9 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can divide that by 9. And I get 11.88 for my mean there. So we've got our 3 different numbers there. And remembering that when you if you get 2 for your median, you're adding them together and dividing by 2.